as Summit Township Supervisor, Todd Emmons. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
I like to call Todd Chancellor, Summit Township Chancellor. And that's stuck a little bit, hasn't it?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, I like it.
I kind of like that.
So, yeah, I like it.
Well, I do. I was with the Summit resident last night, and they called Todd Citizen Todd.
I know who you were with.
Citizen Todd?
Yeah, that's what
That's
he called
pretty
me,
good.
Citizen Todd.
Citizen Todd. So let's talk about the re-election campaign. How did it go so far as Summit Township Supervisor, and then what are your plans for going forward? Sorry, did you see who called me? It's unbelievable. Excuse me.
Well, I think there are some people that maybe think of this pre-election run up to the election process needs to maybe be longer, be expanded. I'd like to see it shortened up.
Yeah.
I'm already tired of looking at my own signs. I'm missing a few signs, but that stands to reason. People are probably tired of pulling them up and mowing around them, and I wouldn't blame them for that.
I'm going to collect all the signs and build a house out of them when I'm done.
I'm sure some kids take them, whatever, no big deal. But I think it could be, consolidated a little bit and condensed, and because I'll admit it's getting a little tedious, a little tedious.
So you've had one term as supervisor. Why do you want to continue in that role?
Well, Summit Township's been home for most of my life. My family, as I state on my flyer, has been in business within Jackson County for 161 years. There's been an Emmons living in Summit Township for probably over 100 years. So it's near and dear to me. I've moved away, I've lived away, but I always have come back. And it was a great place to, when it comes time to have your children, raise a family, and be close to family. But I've always been involved. It's a great place to live. There's a lot going on. We're blessed with a lot of things like parks and golf courses. We have the college. We have the Donlin Center. We don't have a lot of heavy industrial. Our business district, I guess you could say, is Spring Arbor Road. But it's Americana. It's small town America. And the township, Summit's a part of that. And there's rural and residential and everything else. So, and I just want to be involved and give back. It's public service. Not to the extent, obviously, of things like police and fire and those types of things, but it's getting involved and trying to make things a good thing even better, and just oversee that, I guess, and it's part of public service.
What issues are there that people are talking about in Summit?
Well, right now, sewer backups. Because of this rain. We had 6 inches that fell, 5 to 6 inches, different estimates on that, but that fell in a 2-day period. It's almost like kind of a biblical proportions.
Sure.
And a lot of that surface water gets into the sanitary sewer system. And even though nothing failed, and there's 2 pumps in each lift station, and they were both running simultaneously, usually they alternate, still couldn't keep up with it in some areas, and we had some backups. But then it's, here it is again today. I don't know what the repercussions of this will be. But
It's got to stop.
Yeah.
Now, does Summit provide water to Spring Arbor Township?
That's a good question, Andy. We do. We've always been their water system, and in fact, we're right in the process right now of formalizing with board approval, obviously. We've had some public informational meetings to lay out the grand plan of that. But yes, we've always been their water system since 1987, I believe, when there was some groundwater contamination, apparently due to a dry cleaning operation. And so we have always supplied it, but now we're just going to formalize that.
Do you remember the name of the dry cleaner?
I sure don't. Jiffy Dry Cleaning. I don't know. Yeah.
I did. I heard that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So there's,
same thing as in Napoleon when it was contaminated by the petroleum spill.
Right.
So,
Brooklyn had that dry cleaner thing too. Remember that?
I'm sorry?
Brooklyn had the dry cleaner
they did.
guy.
Nice little brick building.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the role of the supervisor. You're in the office quite a bit. Talk a little bit about your role as Summit Township supervisor, and what are some of the things you're responsible for?
Well, I kind of, to go back to my flyer, this is a people business.
Yeah.
That's really the way I see this. We have an assessor, we have a clerk, we have a building inspector, we have ordinance enforcement, we have zoning, DPW, we have all those things. So I've always looked at my job as, you got to have a hub, and if somebody gets called on the carpet, it's going to be me. When you get to the point where you say, I want to talk to the supervisor, that's ultimately where it can end up. But it's my job, I think I use the terms facilitator and mediator and negotiator, and that's really what you're doing, because you're dealing with people all day, either the people that live in the township, the people that work in the township, or issues that arise between the two parties, or whatever. So you just try to keep and get involved, and I don't mean micromanage. I don't mean my way or the highway. I'm a team player. I'm only one vote on the board. I think the employees at the township appreciate the fact that I do spend that much time there. I don't push it off, but on the same token, I don't micromanage either.
Right.
Just trying to help, contribute, and help solve issues or resolve issues or whatever.
What's new in Summit Township? It looks like some activity at the old Summit Lanes.
I'm getting into those long answers, aren't I, Bart? Okay, I'm trying to consolidate a little bit. Here's a couple of things. I had to jot these down just to remember. Of course, we're all familiar with the Southern Michigan Bank and Trust going up. And I had a lot of fun with that, because when they first started clearing that land, the phones were ringing off the hook. What's going on? What's going on?
I told people an Applebee's was going on.
I told them a Chick-fil-A. Anyway, so now the landowner on down across from General Dollar has dressed his up, same reason, just kind of clean it out, show people the potential of what could go there. No plans for that now. Hillside Development is going in, the residential development between Badgley and Horton Road. It's going to be constructed by Norfolk Homes. It's going to be about 76 units.
Wow.
Condominiums and single family units. We have a new Italian restaurant. I think somebody stole my thunder the other day.
Yeah, we were talking about
yesterday.
And I actually used some information you told me that it's going to seat 52 people.
It is, and the name of it is Love Pasta.
Okay.
And they're trying to be open by the end of this month. I don't know. They're just waiting on a lot of permitting. We're doing work. We have the plans, the engineering plans all put together we want to extend the trail from Horton and Weatherwax on up Horton to Low Road. And we've got that ready to put out to bid, but we're looking for financial options for that. There's grants, maybe some private money, that type of thing. The Summit bowling lanes sold to American Classic Construction and Building Supply, father and son operation. And they're hoping to be partially open in there late fall. And they're a niche, decking, siding, fencing, roofing, that type of thing. Cool. I guess
Good things happening.
There's a few things going on.
I like it. Yeah. Good things happening.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck in your bid for re-election, and thanks for coming in today.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here, Todd.
It's always a pleasure. I always have this Johnny Carson theme song going through my head when I come on here.
And you're Ed McMahon, too.
Summit Township Supervisor Todd Emmons. More of the morning show right after this.